are gathered here today to remember what was so full of life, what used to get visited nightly, sometimes daily, sometimes for a lunch break. The bed. It's a dead bedroom. But guess what? It's not all lost because you can resuscitate a dead bedroom. We've got the experts to discuss. Let's get into it.
Yeah, what's up for a nightcap? Chill, you know, kick back.
Dead bedrooms don't just happen. Passion gets strangled. So if you've got a dead bedroom, don't complain, don't feel guilty, don't resent. Do something about it. So focus on 3 things: emotional intimacy, real love, and stability. Those 3 things will bring your bedroom back from the dead.
Bringing the bedroom back from the dead. All right, here to discuss, we have Jennifer Reeves, who's a certified sex therapist and a licensed marriage and family therapist. All right, listening to what he had to say, what are your thoughts on a dead bedroom?
Well, so first let's define what is a dead bedroom. So depending on who you ask or what you read, you'll look up, you might hear sexless marriage or a sexless relationship or a dead bedroom. So kind of the 2 ways of looking at that is not having sex within the last 6 months with your partner, or having sex less than 10 times a year.
Wow.
So
is that common?
It affects about 15 to 20% of marriages. We don't have as much data on like just cohabitating or dating relationships, but it affects those relationships too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and obviously, I assume these are examples of people who wish they were having more sex with their partner as opposed to those who choose to not have sex.
Right, great question, because there are plenty of people who might have sex less than 10 times a year, but if you talk to them and they both say, you know what, we're groovy with that, like neither one of us has a high sex drive, that's not a dead bedroom, that's not a sexless marriage, that's just
their choice.
Their choice, that's what they want.
Here we're talking about people who wish they were having more.
Where one or both partners wishes there was more sex within the relationship.
All right, so what are you seeing as far as your patients? What are the reasons people end up going into dead bedrooms?
So it's one of the things that I see more than anything else is this difference in sex drive is probably the most common thing that I see. And so one partner wanting sex more often than the other partner. And that can lead to them just not connecting because the partner that doesn't want to have sex kind of pulls away each time the other person's like, hey, honey.
Yeah.
I want, and then they end up just kind of disconnecting. Having children, I mean, we love them, they're wonderful, but oh my God, they can kill a bedroom faster than anything else,
blockers
right?
I've ever heard
The
of.
number 1 turnoff for women is feeling like a mother. And if once you become a mom, you're just constantly there, right? Like you cannot turn off the mom switch.
Oh.
So it's there, right? Other things are work stress or external family stress, not feeling good about your body. Like that's so common. Like how many people out there just look in the mirror and they don't love themselves. They don't like themselves. They don't want to themselves.
Right.
So I don't want you to do it either.
Yeah.
Don't
if I'm not feeling
me.
good about it, about
Right.
myself, how will I feel good about you trying to?
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. So how the hell do we resuscitate a dead bedroom?
Well, so the good thing to know is that it is resuscitatable. Is that a word? Sure.
We made it up tonight.
Right, sure, it's a new word, we'll say it. The other thing to also remember is that sex within a relationship is fluid, which means it's gonna ebb and flow, right? And so when you're recognizing that you're in an ebb, that's when you need to start communicating with your partner more about like, I'm missing that connection with you. What happened? Where did we go wrong? And understanding, was it a primary or secondary issue? Does that make sense when I say that? Or,
no, explain that a little bit more.
So a primary issue is when it's always been there within the relationship. A secondary issue is when you may have started off hot and heavy and then kind of slid into gradually shifting into this dead bedroom, having less and less and less sex.
Gotcha.
So understanding that as far as a therapist goes is key, because if it's a primary issue, chances of it coming back, well, there's nothing to come back from, right? So you have to then recognize, what do you want it to look like? And that's in both cases. What do you want your relationship to look like? What do you want your sexual relationship to look like with one another? And it starts there. It starts with communication. And I have found like the vast majority of people, they don't know how to communicate about sex with their partner. Who sat you down? Did your mom sit you down and say, honey, This is how you need to talk to your partner about sex later on in life.
Yeah, no.
No. They didn't tell you how to communicate about it. They didn't tell you how to figure out what you like, what you don't like, and those change. Those change over time. What worked before doesn't work now. And then don't even get me started on hormones and how that changes. What works one week will not work the next week, by the way. Gosh, just so you know.
All right, we got to dive a little bit more into the communication and
Yeah.
hormones. I feel like is a different episode.
Well,
but
yeah,
coming up next, we have a couple who will be joining us, and they've been married 25 years. And listen, their bedroom sounds spicy. So you stay right there. We'll be right back.
Dead bedroom. Ton, ton, ton. Regular flirting and physical affection is very important to maintain that sexual arousal and desire. Flirt more so she can squirt more. Bye.
Flirt more so she can squirt more. Woo! All right. Well, we've been discussing dead bedrooms here. We have Jennifer Reeves, and joining us now are Tracy and Theo White. Now, you guys have been married 25 years.
Yes.
And listen, I feel like in 25 years, you felt an ebb and flow in your sex life. Is that accurate?
That's accurate. Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Yes.
Like there's like times where you're having maybe 3 times in a week, and then other times every day, multiple times. Is
yeah,
that?
sometimes
Yeah.
we you know, it's here and there, and then yeah.
And sometimes it's 2 times a day.
Sometimes
Okay.
we like 200 rabbits. And, you know.
Okay. All right. So listening to what Jen had to say, were you like, you know what? Yes, we did take the time to communicate and acknowledge that we need to have an emotional connection. We need to talk about when things are not going well for us in our own opinion, and taking each other's perspectives into consideration.
I would say that the communication that we have with each other is really what helped us. Because, of course, when we first met, we didn't really know each other. You know, and when I say that, meeting in May, getting married, engaged 3 months later in August, and then getting married in December. In a matter of 6 months, we were married. So we really didn't know each other. He wanted to C, I wanted the D, and we got it, you know? And it was good.
Like, we met, we wanted each other, we got engaged 3 months later, and we got married 3 months after that.
So once I started learning myself more, and learning him more and what he likes, what he doesn't like.
Hold on, I see Jen nodding like this, like she's about to hurt her neck. She's nodding so hard.
She thought I couldn't eat cabbage and cornbread.
Cabbage and
Well,
cornbread.
actually, I asked him a question.
What
If
was
I-
the question?
If I was served to you on a silver platter, how would you eat me? And he showed me.
Oh,
Oh, I like that.
Cabbage and cornbread.
come on.
I might steal
Jen,
that.
is that? Yes.
That sounds good.
So how important was it for you to get to know yourself?
It was very, very important because I felt like when you don't know yourself and you're going through all these different intimate changes with someone that you love, you're really not giving yourself fully. You're kind of, holding back. And when I married my husband, I wanted him to be the person that I take it over the top with. Things that I've never, ever, ever experienced in life. I wanted
Not
to.
you chuckling. Okay, what are you thinking about over there, Theo?
She took it over the top.
He was like, and that's all I got to say about that.
She took it over the top.
Yeah, I did. And it was new stuff to me and new stuff to him, but we shared it together. And because we shared it together, it really created an even more intimate bond for us. And now that we've been in it for all of these years, it's still new stuff. We'll do spontaneous stuff out the clear blue sky. I'll be like, I'll give him a call or send him a text, and I'll be like,
Jennifer, is this the sound of a healthy
Yes.
relationship?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Continuing to explore yourselves individually and then share what you learn about yourself with your partner so that then they can explore you how you want to be explored.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you see a lot of couples not do that?
Oh, of
not keep it
course.
spicy, kind of get into the
yes,
same routine?
they get into the same routine, the same we can only have sex on the weekends because otherwise I'm too tired after
the
work.
weekend.
And I am a big advocate of especially when you have children and you have this day-to-day of scheduling sex. But what I will say is, or sexy time, what I will say is that you're not scheduling how you're gonna do it. You're not going, okay, at 7:05, we're gonna start making out, and then at 7:10, he's gonna take my top off, and then, no, you're not doing that, but you're saying like, you know what, Wednesday night, that's when I'm gonna make sure I shave my legs and I'm ready for you. And we can get in that moment, get in that mood. But then keeping it spontaneous and spicy absolutely is hopefully what everyone wants to do. But I know a lot of people, they can't. They don't have the time or the energy to be able to do it like that. So I think that's freaking awesome that y'all do that or have that middle of the day. Come me now, baby.
Yeah. And we keep it spontaneous.
Wait till we get in the truck.
I was wondering why you keep looking at your phone. I feel like y'all have your watch. You've been scheduling your next sex.
We like keeping it spontaneous, not because we're not. Sometimes, honestly, we sort of kind of get in competition with each other.
Oh.
If he make me climax first, then he won. If I make him climax first, then I won.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that doesn't mean it's over, you know. But
oh, right. The game continues.
Yeah.
The war is not won.
So then, you know, the next time we get it on, hey, I have to get my lick back. You know, when you were little and you played tag, you can't keep the lick. You got to get your lick back.
So where do multiple orgasms fit in for y'all?
Okay, I'm gonna let you figure that out. Thank you so much, Jennifer, coming on and talking to us as a therapist, that perspective. Coming up next, we have a nurse practitioner who's gonna tell us why it's important not just for our bedroom, but also for our health to get it on. So you stay right there. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been talking about dead bedrooms and how to get out of them. We've got China Watts, who's a nurse practitioner, joining us on the couch to talk about how sex is important, not just for the relationship, so we got to get out of these dead bedrooms, but also it's important for our health.
Right, absolutely. I have worked with spinal cord injury patients, brain injury patients, severe issues with erectile dysfunction. So what I encourage my patients to do is talk about it with your partner, for one. Two, is so many different medications on the market now that could help kind of get you back in your groove, right? So you kind of want to talk to your partner about it. It's perfectly normal. A lot of patients are kind of recluse and don't want to have that conversation with their provider, but it's totally normal.
Have you guys experienced anything, Tracy or Theo, where you're like, oh man, the stress of the day or my hormones are acting up, where it's like, man, I'm a little different approaching the bedroom tonight?
Well, actually, I can speak for myself. I have, through all the hustle and bustle of the day, with everything that's going on, and sometimes it's not like I just don't want to. You just be so tired. But then I don't know, sometimes my mind is like, this is what you really need. I know you had a long day, I know you're tired, but you just really need your husband's touch, your husband's feel.
What did you say?
Release the pressure.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and sometimes you actually feel that way, that you just need a good release. It's like going on a vacation or something. Exactly. And then, you know, once you get through and you're holding each other and you fall asleep, the next day is like, I got this. Come on, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it.
How many people do you see come in who are like very shy to discuss?
Oh, you'll be surprised. During the week, maybe 10. During the week. Yeah. So some patients with ostomy bags, you know, how to get over the new look because their spouse, they're not used to seeing something like that. So I say cover it up, you know, still act normal, still do your normal routine, get it spicy, do something different. Even for women, I say, you know, dress in a uniform that could have you kind of disclose and cover that area up for you.
For people at home who are finding themselves in a dead bedroom, who, you know, really want to get back into the groove, maybe having sex at least once a week.
Have fun with it. Take your spouse out. Build that emotional connectiveness again. Get to know what your spouse like and what they don't like, and then start from there. That's the only way for you to kind of spice it up and get back to where you want to be or need to be.
Right. I agree with that. I think a lot of times we as people, whether it's women or men, we don't have those intimate moments throughout the day. You know, just pass it on each other because, of course, we're busy or whatever. But if you pass on them and just give them a little rub just to let them know that you're there, you know, a little peck on the back of the neck just to let them know that you're there. And you kind of build it up. Yeah, just tap the ass a little bit.
If my husband walks behind me and doesn't smack my ass, I have a problem.
Yeah,
I'm like, wait, hold up, walk on back.
Yeah.
Walk on back.
Yeah, you do that throughout the day. And then when it comes up to the nighttime, I mean, you set and you're ready to pop out. Right. Both barrels, you know.
Because you've set it up.
Because you've set it up.
You've had the
but
flirting
it's
and the fun
hard
throughout the day.
when you haven't touched each other or kissed each other or said anything to each other throughout the entire day, and the only time you feel his touch is when, oh, well, I know it's that time now. That's kind of like...
It's forced and it's not organic and
so you're like,
genuine
let's do
for
this
both
and get it
parties.
over with and go to sleep. You know? Right.
You gotta keep dating.
Yeah, we trying to be like the whites over here. All right? All right, thank y'all so much for coming on and talking about how not to have a dead bedroom or get out of it if you can. All right, coming up next, I'm actually heading to a shop to look at some sex toys that you can enjoy with your partner. You stay right there. We'll be right back. Back to the Nightcap. We've been talking about dead bedrooms, but I had to come to a store that I haven't gotten to explore yet because I went to Erotic Cabaret, but now I'm in the Heights at Electric Love, and the owner, Sophia Romo, is still involved. Hey guys. All right, baby, we've been talking about dead bedrooms back in the studio, and we had a couple on, Tracy and Theo, and they have been thriving for years because they really do communicate and they explore. So I figured we'd come here and you'd show us in this gorgeous space what couples who are like, you know, starting to feel the blues in the bedroom can use to spice things up and recharge with some electric love.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so this way we're gonna have our lubes. And what a lot of people I feel like don't realize about lubes is you can experience a bunch of different sensual play with them. So for example, we have both warming and cooling, and these are by Joe Organics. They're not gonna upset your pH balance or throw off anything down there, so you can 100% trust them. But what's interesting about them is they add
a little bit
of a warming sensation, and the same with the cooling one. Of all the lubes we've ever carried, we narrowed it down to these two because this one gets really, really warm, and then this one gets really, really cold. Yeah, so just adding something as simple as a lube can really just enhance the entire bedroom experience.
And you should use lube regularly.
Yeah.
It's actually
lube is for everyone. Yeah, at any age, honestly.
Yes, and for any surface and crevice entry. I'll leave it there.
So if you want to take it a step further, we do have some really good couples play toys that you can incorporate into the bedroom or out of the bedroom. Totally up to you.
I'm curious. Let's look.
So WeVibe is one of the best brand of toys on the market right now, and what's so great about them is that their toys can be used from anywhere in the world. If you're sitting at home and your partner travels a lot, they're in Thailand, they're in Jamaica, they're wherever they are for work, they can log onto an app and with the touchscreen of the app, control the vibrations of your own toy. So that's one of the really, really good things about this one. You also can use it if you're not so far away. So we've had a couple people use this when they go to the bar, and the gentleman will have, because there is a remote that works from certain feet, you don't have to use the app. The gentleman will be across the bar and she'll be wearing the toy, and if he wants to grab her attention, he'll just turn it on, and it's really fun to kind of not be in control in that sense. If you've already tried everything that I've recommended and it's still just not working out for you in the bedroom, you can get into more kink play and bondage play. You have, your gag balls, your shibari rope, stuff like that kind of just restricts your movements in the bedroom and lets one partner completely take control. Another really good way to kind of, let your partner take control with you knowing that you still have somewhat of control is blindfolds. And these don't look like, anything that you would think to keep in a bedroom, but not being able to see what your partner is going to do next really stimulates all your other senses. So that's always fun too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so
for sure.
Let's say we get through these. We use the tape, we use the blindfold. We're like, this has been fun. Let's take it another step.
Yeah.
What can we do?
Let's go this way.
Okay.
So one of my favorite pieces that we sell in the store is going to be the Temptation Safe Word BDSM kit. So,
Temptation Safe Word BDSM kit. Okay, we graduated.
And if that's not enough for you, we can get into more of our heavy duty paddles. So this is solid wood. If you want to go ahead and give that a feel.
Okay, I was not ready. I was not ready.
Solid wood, definitely super advanced.
I'm not there yet.
Definitely super advanced for like sensation play.
I was not ready. Okay, listen. Electric Love's got it all. You got the lube if you're just starting out exploring, warming and cooling sensation.
Yes.
And we got, you know, the real Electric Love where you can remote control. We got the bondage that's safe because we got tape we can just tear up. Some nice blindfold.
Yes.
And then of course, the Temptations
Safe word BDSM kit.
BDSM kit. I got some graduating to do. All right. Well, you had it here on the Nightcap. Don't have a dead bedroom. Make it alive again. Recharge it with some electric love. Cheers to you. We'll see you guys next time. Girl, what?